Say goodbye to your childhood because Halo 3 and Halo Reach had their server shut down a couple days ago on the Xbox 360, or at least the Xbox Live services on that console. And obviously, you do have Halo 3 and Halo Reach ported over to the Master Chief Collection. And it is nice, they do play very well. It doesn't feel like that there's much of a difference other than there's like camos and stuff, I guess, now in the Halo Master Chief Collection. But it's just sad. It's a weird feeling. I feel like there's a few things I could probably say that it was a great experience playing those games back in the day. They were amazing. I used to play Halo Reach all the time when it first came out. I missed the release of Halo 3 when that came out, and that's because I just didn't play Xbox Live. I played on my PS3 a lot, so once I got Xbox Live, I played Halo 3, but it was towards the end of its life cycle, and it ended up becoming a Halo Reach pretty quickly after. So I ended up, kind of here and there, I ended up playing more so towards the end of like the World at War life cycle. That's when I kind of got into Xbox Live, but that's besides the point. And it does make me ask the question of how much longer do other games on the Xbox and PS3 really have to eventually have their services, their online services shut down. And I know that a lot of them are backwards compatible now, at least in terms of the Xbox, consoles. A lot of them are pretty much, you can play a lot of those multiplayer games like Call of Duty, for instance. I play a lot of those, backwards compatible games. But again, it comes down to how much longer do they really have? And I can't assume they have much longer. At some point, they could just flip the switch and say, you know what, this isn't profitable anymore. Why don't we just get rid of the online services? They can play campaign, they can play zombies or whatever. A lot of them have split screen, so if you desperately want to play with a friend, you could realistically just do split screen. But maybe they leave something in for private matches. I don't know how that affects everything. I'm not fully sure how private match and online services really mix. I'd imagine that once you shut off online services, you're shutting off everything, so it's just, that is my thought, is I don't imagine it has much longer. Games like the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, I know that they're not ported, but you can play them on, backwards compatibility. But I can't see them doing much longer. It doesn't make any sense for them to do it. At some point, they're probably just going to say, our profit margins aren't really worth this. It's not making any sense. We're not making money off these games. And yeah, people are playing them. You're probably paying money in the stores to actually play them, but I can't imagine again that it's really all that profitable. It's going to take a certain person to then want to play the old Call of Duties, and if you look at the servers and how many people are actually playing them, they're typically dead. At least a lot of them are. Modern Warfare 2 and I think Black Ops 2 are typically the two games that I see there's a good amount of people on it. But last night on stream, or the other day on stream, I ended up playing Black Ops 1 and it was totally dead. Trying to get into a server was a nightmare. I did finally get into a hardcore match, but there's no point. So it makes sense that they shut down the Halo servers because obviously they have the Master Chief Collection. And I can't imagine, again, there was a lot of people playing that. It would be insane. Plus, I would imagine this also hurts their sales on their newer consoles. At some point, if people are still playing the 360 versions of games, they're going to have to say, well, we want you to buy the Xbox One or Xbox Series X. And that by shutting them down, they would actually make more money in the long term. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel, because then people who are playing Halo Reach and Halo 3 on the 360 are probably more inclined to buy an Xbox One or Xbox S or whatever it is for that generation, and then buy the Master Chief Collection because they want to still experience their nostalgia, which actually has all the campaigns, all the multiplayer maps, and everything else. So in all realism, to be realistic, it makes sense for them to shut the servers down at some point. And again, I think they will do this with a lot of other services. I don't think this is going to be just Halo. It wasn't that long until I think the Xbox One's lifetime. I think they shut down the the original Xbox's services. I think it was in part way, or at least in the first year of the Xbox One. I think they did it. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I feel like that's when they shut down the Halo 2 and most of the Xbox Live services on the original Xbox. So again, I would just be prepared at some point in time for them to shut down these services. It's sad as it is. There were some great videos on TikTok that I saw that where people were just kind of chatting in the pregame lobbies and stuff. And I can't imagine that will happen also in Call of Duty. I think a lot of people will just be cursing at each other as usual, which will bring a lot more great memories back. But I think at some point, you're going to have to say goodbye. A lot of these games were great, and this is a weird video for me. Usually I'm just bitching into a microphone, but I feel like Halo had such an impact on my childhood that I kind of needed to make this video and say thank you to Halo, thank you to the original Bungie crew that made such a great franchise that we all could enjoy. It was a great franchise, and yeah, you have the Master Chief Collection, but something's different. It's not the same game, and I think that's the biggest problem is you can remaster, you can remake anything you want, and it's not going to be the same. It's not going to have that same feeling. Yeah, you'll be nostalgic for a few minutes, and then you'll just kind of reminisce, but logging into Xbox every day and having that ability to play with your friends on games like that, it doesn't feel the same. It's not the same as it used to be because you're growing up. That's kind of how I feel. As weird as this video is, and I apologize, I just felt like I needed to do that, say a lot of that, and prepare you as a player who enjoyed a lot of old games on the original 360, maybe the PS3, which I know they don't really have a good backwards compatibility, that you should be prepared. It's a tough feeling that when I was watching, I didn't go back on because my Xbox 360 is put away somewhere, and I couldn't find it, and I honestly don't have the desk space to really hook it up or anything like that. But it was something that when I watched, I was like, when I watched TikToks and videos about it, it kind of makes you think of when Halo 2 was getting shut down and those videos when those came out, and it felt very weird that all of a sudden when Halo 2 was shutting down, as someone who kind of went back briefly to just log in and see what it was like, it felt weird to just not be able to log in and watch, and it's definitely an experience. So if games that are shutting down, I recommend going back and playing them. I really recommend, at least at some point, a game that you think that you may want to go play. I mean, that's why I've been playing a lot of the old Call of Duties, because I'm at least trying to get recordings and stuff. And a lot of the things I had in my theater mode, I at least was able to, go back and watch. And there were people I used to play with that I haven't played with in years, that it felt weird to see their gamer tags again. You'll see those in upcoming videos and stuff like that. But again, this is a video I wanted to say was thank you, Bungie, and honestly get ready for a possible end to a lot of the games that we have grown to know and grew up with, and that I would go back and play some of those games if I were you. Play the old Call of Duties, play them through. All the campaigns, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you play the campaigns because you still can play them, but maybe the multiplayer, go back and kind of reminisce. Maybe I can host lobbies or something like that in the Call of Duty games. I think that would be fun because I typically enjoyed the old Call of Duty games, but I think it would be kind of worth it to maybe do some sort of open lobby style thing. And I would like to know what you guys think about that. Do you think I should do an open lobby kind of thing for Call of Duties? Maybe I'll do it on stream. I know I've asked this in the past, and I haven't really done a good job, but maybe go on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you actually, have gotten this far in the video, and maybe I can ask that question. Maybe I can give you better info. If you read the posts that I've been doing on my YouTube channel, then maybe that I can post them there too. Just let me know where you guys want to see that kind of information. If you want, again, I have Discords, and everything I have is Discord, Twitter is in the bio or the description below. But thank you for watching this video, a very weird video, very non-typical BUSHBERRY video where I just yell into a microphone about how everything sucks. But I at least need to thank Bungie and kind of let you know kind of how I feel about this. It's very weird, having to go through this kind of whole motion that Halo's gone. The original Halos are gone, at least. Yeah, you can play them on the remastered, but it's just, again, it's not the same. So let me know what you think of the shutdown of Halo 3 and Halo Reach. How do you feel about it? Do you feel weird? Did you go back and play them at all? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed the video, like the video. If you like the video just enough, then maybe you should hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching, and bye.